beneath the oak tree wide. My heart first left by her wildflower side. Summer breeze, whisper tales in the shade. Old porch creaks where our promises lay. We carved our names in that tough ancient bark. Promised to me when day faded to dark. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The winds carry cries of the words we once said, now just ghostly whispers where our dreams are laid dead. Years have passed, the oak tree stands still, but the house lies empty, life lost its thrill. Gravel roads, once our kingdom to roam, now just pathways to a long abandoned home. Her scarf in my pocket, a faded old blue, every thread a memory of the love I once knew. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The dust swirls around where we once danced in rain. Now each drop's a tear, and each tear's a refrain. In the twilight's last gleaming, I see her clear, as if time stood still and she was still here. With my hand on the saddle, I face the west, riding trails to the sunset on this endless quest. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, memories fading like dusk into town. I'll ride these lands under stars cold and bright, chasing her shadow into the night. Echoes roll, echoes call, but she's never in sight. Down by the willow creek, where the water whispers low, she wore that flannel shirt, soft and faded aglow. Under the broad oak's arms, we carved our names in jest, promises on the wind, in that haven we'd rest. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the sunset dyed the skies. Her laughter a melody, now just echoes in the guise. Old porch creaks alone, where her footsteps danced in tune. Every thread a memory under the waning harvest moon. Years swept the gravel roads, and the cabins now bare. Scarf she left behind, scent of jasmine in the air. The trail's less trodden now, thistles over what was ours. Dust settles on the saddle like the silence between the stars. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the twilight stole the dice. her shadow in the doorway, a whisper of goodbye. Old porch creaks alone, with no laughter in its bones, just a cowboy and his echoes, and a heart turned into stone. There beneath the endless plains where the wild horses roam, I roam too, lost and found in the spaces she called home. With every setting sun I see her face in the skies, a flannel shirt, a closed eye, and a love that never dies. Flannel shirt closed her eyes, and the night sighs her cries, a dance of sparks in the dark where old love never lies. I'll tread these trails alone, where our wild dreams once flew, in the quiet town of memory, where I'm lost, babe, without you. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sang into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old porch creak like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps, you danced and grazed, the wind soft moan through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunset's bled and dry. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. Turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. Each step away from you, time's harsh track leaves me wandering in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunset's bled and dry. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay, and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talk. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath the cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release. but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace. In the shadow of the oak, where the wagon wheels roll, I left my heart in the dust with stories untold. The sun burned down on that old gravel road where your laughter echoed in the days of old. A wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rains. Now the porch swings empty where we used to sit, and the sunset bleeds like my heart, bit by bit. Those trails we walk, now overgrown and wide, without your hand in mine, strolling side by side. A wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rain. With the ghost of you, as if you knew each star a memory, each breeze a sigh. This cowboy heart can't let go no matter how I try. A wagon wheel echoes in the silence of the night, each turn a reminder of you in the fading light. Here I wander beneath the vast endless skies, where love lost still lives and never dies. Out there where the oak trees mark the boundaries of our past, I found that old saddle, weathered leather, shadows cast. Beneath a sky that stretched as wide as a lonely heart can stand, I trace these gravel roads, soft echoes of your hand. Oh, that saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains, each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stole. This town's a whisper now, where your scarf danced in the breeze. Porch is empty, curtains still, no more secrets to appease. Fields where we once ran, now just wildflowers bending low. Every petal a soft reminder of what I had to let go. That saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stole. In the quiet of the night, stars bear witness to my sighs. Old ghosts in the wind and the truth that never dies. I'm a shadow in this twilight, just a silhouette unrefined, holding tight to memories like that old saddle I find. Yes, that saddle left behind in the dust of dreams decayed, a monument to moments and the price that love has paid. I ride alone neath timeless skies, where my weary heart resides, with a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. Oh, a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. In the shadow of an old oak's reach, where the creek sings lullabies, lies a cabin worn and weathered under vast unending skies. There's a bed inside that cabin with a linen smell of sage, and a scarf you left behind, my love, now yellowed with age. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you no longer here. The windows hold the sunset, the porch creaks with my sighs. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. The trail's gone cold and dusty, like the memories in my mind. Gravel roads we roamed are fading, left so many miles behind. The town seems just too quiet now, like it knows you're gone for good. And the saddle where you sat by me is just worn out leather and wood. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you no longer here. The windows frame the twilight, the door sways with my cries. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. Now the rain taps on the rooftop like your fingers drumming time. And I wonder if the storm clouds know what's forever left behind. By the hearth I sit in silence, the flames flicker out your name. In this house of broken whispers, life's never quite the same. The empty bed said nothing, but I felt its cold embrace. Each night's a haunting melody of your absent grace. The moonlight steals through curtains, painting shadows we once knew. This empty bed says nothing, still I'm speaking back to you.
There's an oak tree just past the hill where silence talks and time stands still. Its roots hold stories left unsaid and bark like paper for the dead. I rode there slow, my hat pulled low, the sky burned gold, the wind moved slow. I pulled my knife and carved one line, the name I swore was once just mine. I buried my name beneath the oak. No cross, no stone, no preacher spoke. Just one last breath, one last vow, to leave behind the man I was somehow. I didn't cry, I didn't choke, just carved and dug in prairie smoke. No eulogy, no farewell cloak. I buried my name beneath the oak. The grass was tall, the dusk ran deep, the sky looked down as if to weep. The crows flew low, the breeze was dry, and somewhere coyotes said goodbye. I left no note, no kiss, no trail, just saddle creaks and one exhale. And if they ever ask of me, say he rode west where souls run free. I buried my name beneath the oak, where hearts go quiet and fire folks spoke, where thunder dreams and horses roam, and men like me find peace alone. Don't sing no song, don't light no flame, just let the dirt forget my name. Let wind and stars the story cloak. I buried it beneath the oak. Some folks die in towns and beds, but me, I chose the sky instead. No one owns the wind, you see, and now the wind remembers me. I buried my name beneath the oak, then turned my back and didn't look. The sun went down, the world went wide, and I rode off with no one by my side. If you hear hooves where no one spoke, it's just the man who left his name beneath the oak. By the oak tree we swore forever, under skies so wide and blue.
Your scarf in the breeze like a promise, a dance of red against the hue. In a town where dreams whisper gently, on old porches our love knew. But the road called like a lonesome freight train, and my heart it just withdrew. This hat hides my eyes, shadowed deep with old regret. The sunset stained their colors on memories I can't forget. Empty cabins by the roadside where our whispers still collide. In the silence of these plains, it's your voice that's my guide. Now the gravel roads stretch out like tendrils, reaching places where shadows lay. And the dust kicks up with my sorrows, paving trails of ash and gray. Where the laughter echoed softly, now only echoes of your sway. By the creek bed under starlit heavens, I lost you along the way. This hat hides my eyes, shadowed deep with old regret. The sunsets paint their sorrows on a love I can't reset. Empty cabins, doors still creaking with our tales there intertwined. In the whispers of the wind, it's your touch I find. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, just like the lines around my eyes. Each wrinkle a story, a path not taken under these endless aching skies. I wonder if the rain remembers the taste of tears I've cried for you. A downpour on this heartland, each drop a memory passing through. This hat hides my eyes, shadowed deep with old regret. The sunsets bleed their aching light on a past that haunts me yet. In every dusty mirror, your absence fiercely clings. But in the quiet of this wandering life, I still hear you sing. Oh, in the hollows of my heart, your love, a ghostly lingering sting.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, by the gravel road where our hearts went strong, we carved our names in the old porch wood, under sky so vast, swore we always would. But the wind's got a way of wearing down stone, and the dust too thick where I now roam alone. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride, I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. I've seen rain wash the old tracks clear, and the saddles worn from those bold yesteryears. The echoes fade down Mustang Creek. No laughter floats, no whispers speak. Where we once danced, the shadows now fall.
but silence for an old cowhand's call. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. If these boots could tread back through time, I'd find that dusty path where your hand slipped from mine. Maybe under that endless prairie sky, I'd tell you all the things I couldn't before goodbye. Back road died young, with our dreams left hung on a branch of that oak where our song was sung. Now every nightfall your absence I mourn, by the ghost of that back road where our love was born. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, where I'll always belong. On the edge of Laramie, where the oaks grow wide and tall, found a cabin, walls of whispers in the shadows of the fall. She laughed under the porch light, scarf dancing with the breeze, her smile like a secret that brought me to my knees. But her smile hides like the sun behind the storm. In her eyes a quiet sorrow, a heart torn. Every sunset paints her shadow on the trail she used to roam. And her smile hides a love that never found its home. Years have turned the roads worn down, gravel turned to dust. That old porch now silent, boards giving way to rust. Oak leaves whisper stories in the winds of passing time, of the girl with eyes like fire and the boy she left behind. Her smile hides like the moon behind the cloud. In her laugh a longing buried, never loud. Now the cabin's empty echo plays the tune of faded dreams, where her smile hides and nothing's as it seems. Underneath the starlit expanse I replay our lost chance, as the prairie calls me forth with a whisper akin to lore. In the fabric of the land I now understand, love's a wild untamed horse running its course. Her smile hides beneath the endless drifting skies. In her grace a solitude that never dies. Every trail I wander, every dusty road I roam, brings me back to her smile, a love that never found its home. And in the quiet of the dawn, before the world wakes to move on, her smile hides in the heart of a cowboy forever drawn.
There's an old flannel shirt in the bottom drawer, weathered and worn like the soul it wore, through the whispering oaks near the creek it knew, beneath the vast restless skies of blue. I can still see her there, laughing wild and free, in that sunset glow forever etched in me. Flannel shirt whispers soft and low, they sing of a love lost long ago. Under wide western skies I roam apart, with the echoes of her laughter haunting my heart. Once we dreamed on a dusty gravel road, plans like the wildflowers around us sowed, but seasons turned from gold to gray, and that storm rolled in, took her far away. Now the porch swings empty, the cabin's cold, with only memories for me to hold. Flannel shirt whispers soft and low, they sing of a love lost long ago. Under wide western skies I roam apart, with the echoes of her laughter haunting my heart. I roam these hills like a shadow in the rain, each drop a syllable spelling out her name. Maybe in the rustle of the leaves or the wind's sad song is where the heart of a wandering man belongs. Flannel shirt whispers, an old refrain, echoing through the pines like a sweet, soft pain. I'll ride these trails where the wild winds dart, with her whispers wrapped tight around my heart. Flannel shirt whispers never let me go. In the silence of the night, they're the only love I know.
In the hush of dawn's first blush, by the creek where willows weep, I found a scarf light and torn where our love swore to keep. Underneath that old oak tree, carved two names for all to see. Now just ghosts in the breeze, whispering just to me. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creak and floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rode through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, where warmth once brightly shone. Old saddle hanging untouched tells more than words could say. Since you took that midnight train and life turned shades of gray. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creak and floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rode through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Oh, the rains they came, washed some pain, left puddles of the past. But deep in me the river runs to seas that hold you fast. By the oak the scarf still flies, a flag of what's no more. In the winds across the plains, I hear you close the door. Boots roll through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Though I trek these hills and valleys through the whispers of your laugh, boots rode through, and I'm just shadows of the past, catching photographs. Yes, boots rode through, and my heart's a worn out map of your footpaths. Out where the oak tree shadowed the dusty road, I met her laugh under the gold of a setting sun. The breeze carried tales from those weathered stones, of her eyes like the wild creeks where dreams would run. But her laugh said nothing of the coming night. No whisper of winters, no trace of the frost. Underneath the starlight, where our hands fell right, her laugh said nothing when everything was lost. We traded promises on the old porch swing, scarves that smelled of pine, tales of springs to come. One morning the saddle lay cold, no echo in her steps, left a cabin empty as the prayers I'd hung. Her laugh said nothing of the empty rooms, no hint of the dust that would settle our dreams. Her warmth bloomed through the glooms, now just shadows play where our laughter had been. Now I wander these trails, gravel underfoot, each stone a memory, sharp as the day, as the sunset bleeds over land she once stood. I know part of me was lost, part forever will stay. Her laugh said nothing, and the silence grew a canyon deep where my echoes fall. In the tender quiet, I still look for her hue. Her laugh said nothing, and yet it took all. In the whispers of the wind, I still call her name. Her laugh said nothing, still I love her just the same. By the old split rail, where the wildflowers grow, I carved our names in the oak in the soft morning glow. Years rush like the creek, where we first found our dreams, under that blue prairie sky where the eagle still screams. These lands hold the whispers of your laughter so dear, on that rugged old porch, sipping sweet summer beer. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot and old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I reach through the shadows where your loved one stands, where the thistle and thread of my heart had its chance. Time wore down the saddle where we rode side by side. Now it hangs in the barn, a relic of strides. The town feels too quiet, the tavern's too cold. Ghosts walk the streets where our future was sold. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment of grace. As the winter draws in, a race in the trace, the fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot an old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I search for your shadow in every new dawn, but like dust through my fingers, you're always just gone. On this gravel road journey beneath vast starry skies, I've learned that every cowboy must accept his goodbyes. But in the silence that follows the closing of doors, I still listen for you in the wind on the moors. The fence echoes your name like a haunting old tune. Under the watch of the moon, I'm still bound to you. Yet the sun fades the letters where our young hearts once lay. In the dust of the trails, I'll be finding my way. May the echo grow softer as I learn to let go of a love that was lost in the wild long ago. Out where the oak tree casts long shadows on a dusty cobblestone maze, there's a cabin with a porch that's weathered. Every storm, every sun-baked day, she laughed there soft like the summer rain, echoing across the plains where wildflowers sway. Her laugh listened to my heart's quiet song, in a world where right often loses to wrong. The sunset weaves through the sky's vast quilt. Her laughter's the home these memories build. Now the gravel roads stretch empty, the town's old laughter a whispered ghost. That oak tree's older heart carved deeply, names fading, love's boast now lost most. scent of pine, the dust on my boots. Every step away from her, my roots. Her laugh listened to my heart's quiet song. In a world where right often loses strong, the sunset's embers die in the chill. Her laughter's the ghost these hills still feel. Under the vast starlit dome I roam, each star a memory, the sky her tone. Rivers wander, but to the sea they know. Like my heart, to her laugh, forever it goes. Listened, oh how it knew. The ties that bind the pain of the true. As night claims the colors from the sky's last light, her laughter's the echo in the winds of the night. Out where the dogwood blooms meet dusty lanes, I found a rusty locket worn and gray. The embers of sunsets in those wild plains, faint whispers of you in the wind's soft sway. Beneath the oak tree's ancient, watchful eyes, we carved our names, wild as the boundless skies. Oh, that locket held more than time could tell, memories locked in its heart like a spell. Your laughter mingled with the summer rain, now nothing but the echo still remains. A cowboy's heart rides lonesome trails of thought, where the winds of yesteryears and teardrops caught. The old porch swings empty, the doors ajar, gravel roads to nowhere under silver stars. Your scarf still hangs on the rusted nail, a testament to love that's now so frail. The cabin's hollowed by the passing years, each creek a symphony of old frontiers. Yes, that locket knew the dreams we dared to weave, now it's just a relic that I can't leave. A dance of shadows under moonlit plains, where silence speaks the names of old refrains. A cowboy's heart roams past both broad and dark, haunted by the love that the locket forgot. In the whisper of the leaves, in the chill before the dawn, I feel your absence, piercing and withdrawn. Yet in the solitude of stars, in the quiet of the night, your essence lingers in the pale moonlight. So here's the locket, your memory enclosed, a rust in time where once a promise rose. A cowboy's soul adrift like tumbleweed holds tight to love, the only creed I heed. In the heart of nowhere, under skies vast and tall, lives the tale of a rusty locket forgot. A ballad blending winds and whispers lost. Ever the cowboy pays love's quiet cost. In the shadow of an old oak tree where the wind whispers through the rye, we carved our names for eternity underneath that endless July sky. The dusty path to your sweet door, now overgrown, leads no more, just like the love we swore to hold in the fields where the rye turned cold. Oh, the wind sing low on those lonesome plains where my heart lies buried with your remains. Every sunset bleeds into my soul in the lands where the rye turned cold. That porch where we dance now creaks alone, echoing steps of a ghostly parade. Your scarf still hangs but the color's flown, faded as the promises we made. The cabin holds your laughter still, a haunting song over the hill. Silent tales that were never told echo through the rye turned cold. Oh, the wind sing low those lonesome plains where my heart lies buried with your remains. Every sunset bleeds into my soul in the lands where the rye turned cold. Gravel roads with the dust of dreams I cannot reclaim. Each trail fades neath the weight I load, carrying the echoes of your name. And in my hand an empty saddle, you rode away, I lost the battle. To the empty sky my pleas are rolled, across the fields where the rye turned cold. Oh, the wind sing low on those lonesome plains where my love's a whisper among remains. Every sunset a story retold of a heart left in the rye turned cold. Yes, every sunset bleeds into my soul in the lands where the rye turned cold. Down where the river bends under the sign oaks, we etched our names in the bark beneath heaven's wide cloak. Your laugh was a melody danced on the summer air. In that old dusty town we hadn't a single care. The porch light flickered soft as the day kissed the dark. That's where my heart lives still, where the river bend fell apart. Of the lovers they used to know. Under those starlit skies, my lonely soul does start to wander back to you, where the river bend fell apart. Seasons turned the pages, the oaks began to moan. Your scarf caught on the wind, soon I was all alone. Trails we walked turned faint, cabins fell to decay. Gravel roads lead nowhere since you've gone away. Saddles gathered dust like the echoes in my heart, left yearning for the days before the river bend fell apart. Oh, how the river flows under the moon's quiet gaze, whispering of old sorrows and the price that love pays. My soul's caught in the drift, tethered to a broken cart, always riding back to where the river bend fell apart. In the twilight's embrace, I feel your gentle touch fade. Just a ghost in the breeze, another memory's shade. A lone tear mingles with rain on my weathered cheek, it starts another storm I weather since the river bend fell apart. So let the river run wild, let it carry my cries apart, through whispering winds, over lands vast and stark. And if you're listening still in the quiet of your heart, meet me at the dusk where our river bend fell apart. Just two shadows merge as the day turns to dark, silhouettes of a love by the river that fell apart.
Out where the oak tree marks the bend, underneath that western sky, we carved our names, swore our love would never end. In the shadow of July, old porch creaking, whispers in the breeze. That dusty road knew all our dreams. Here on this lost trail left behind, memories like ghost towns fill my mind. Every sunset's a shade of her eyes, tears fall like rain from these dusty skies. This heart rides alone, the past it can't rewind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind. Years roll like thunder through these hills, echoes of her laughter in the wind. Faded scarf she left on the windowsill, each threadbare strand a whisper of what's been. The cabin's empty, like the space beside me, where she used to lie my dreams, now reside quietly. Here on this lost trail left behind, memories like ghost towns fill my mind. Every sunset's a shade of her eyes, tears fall like rain from these dusty skies. This heart rides alone, the past it can't rewind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind. Sometimes the heart's a lonesome rider, chasing shadows, but the night's just hide her. And these whispers in the gust of prairie wind speak of a love that won't come around again. Here on this lost trail left behind, gravel roads stretch out with no sign. I keep riding where the stars no longer find the man I was when she was mine. Here on this lost trail, forever confined, I'm just a shadow on the lost trail left behind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind.
The oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found your scarf, a ghost on that old porch swing. In the town where gravel roads wrap their dusty arms around, beating the sunset's blaze, your laughter used to cling. Long ride shut the door on the winds of yesterday, saddle worn, heart torn by the miles I rode away. Each hoofbeat a reminder of the promises we swore, echoes of you haunt every trail I explore. Cabin stands empty like the pages of our days. Windows stare like eyes filled with the dust of dawn. Once we danced in rain, now I shuffle through life's maze, fading trails like our dreams all but overrun. Long ride shut the door on the winds of yesterday, saddle worn, heart torn by the miles I rode away. Whispers of your voice swirl like leaves around my core. In the silence of the plains, I hear you no more. There's a stillness in the air where our wild river flowed, and I reckon that's the sound of letting go. But the heart is a stubborn beast beneath this cowboy's load. Beneath the starry skies, my love for you in shadows still aglow. Long ride shut the door, let the nightfall hide my pain. Trails in, my friend, where your memory remains. Every star a story, every breeze whispers your lore. In the echoes of the night, I close the door.
where the quiet river's been. Maybe all a lonesome cowboy can do is pretend that every sunset isn't just another sad amen, but a path that might one day lead me back again.